In today's video, we are going to discuss a game played between Magnus Carlsen, Sanan Sugirov. He was a Russian player, and Magnus Carlsen. And this game is considered to be the worst defeat of Magnus Carlsen, one of the worst defeats of Magnus Carlsen. This game was played in Khanty Manishik in 2010, and Sanan opted for e4. Magnus Carlsen went for the c6, the Caro-Kann defense, d4, d5, e5, bishop f5, knight f3, e6, bishop e2. This is all the theory. And here Magnus Carlsen played the fifth most common move in the theory, and that was bishop b4 check in Caro-Kann. Here the main move is c5, and the second move is knight d7. The third move is knight e7, and the fourth move is a6. I'm going to just give you people a little bit idea that what happens, what type of structure we get when we play the move c5. The point of c5 is that white plays bishop e3. The point is stressing on this pawn further. In another video, I have discussed this in very detail, this line. You may check my Caro-Kann advanced variation videos. The main reply is queen b6, knight c3, knight c6, castle, queen into b2, queen e1 for protecting this knight, c into d4, bishop into d4, and the game may continue. It is like knight into d4, knight into d4, and the point is bishop to b4. This knight is a protected one. It can't go anywhere because knight b d5. And the second move I'm going to let you people know, and that one was in this position. The second move, if knight d7 is played, then what happens? The same is structure arises, castle. Now the move is bishop g6, first bringing the bishop back. The reason behind is that you are going to develop the knight and he is going to place the knight over here on f5. This is the concept. And here, for example, a4 by a4 standard move by white. Now black plays the move a5, knight bd2, and knight h6. You develop the knight like this, and you are coming over here. The reason behind developing the knight over here on h6 is that you are not stopping the way of this bishop. So knight b3. White usually develops his knight over here, knight to b3. The reason behind is that whenever you move the pawn, he is going to capture it, or at some point he is going to place his knight over here on c5. This is the concept. And that what happens if knight e7 is being played. Sorry. The third most common line. The same the structure may be similar. Castle and now c5. And here the move is c4. This structure, if you play the move knight e7, the center gets open very fast. This knight is not over here, knight c6, or it is not over here, protecting this pawn. The structure remains closed if you play the moves like knight d7 or knight c6. Now knight bc6, d5, d4. The reason behind playing the move d4 is that you are going to take the square of c3 square from the white knight from developing over here, and you are going to capture this pawn when this knight will move out of the way. So bishop b3, standard move, queen d7, rook d1, knight g6, knight c3, because you can't take the knight because it is your queen is pinned. Now bishop into c5, queen b5 and b6, and the game may continue like this. It is a double-edged game and very active game. It depends on your taste that what kind of positions you like. So we come back to our main move which was played in the game, and that was bishop b4 check. Instead of here, c5 was the best continuation, but I think that Magnus Carlsen had prepared bishop b4 check. Now knight bd2, knight d7. The second move, the concept over here is that after knight bd2, black immediately brings over here. It is as per the theory that it brings the bishop over here to a5 and bring it to c5, c7. The reason it is that it becomes roundabout French type structure. Just the one case is that the bishop is out of this pawn chain, and you play the move f6 in this position. You develop the knight whether to over here or whether to over here, and you play the move this f6. So the knight is developed like this, e7 to g6, and then you bring your queen over here. You play the move f6, protecting this pawn. This queen protects this pawn, and when you have castled, this rook is protecting. You are going to take this f6 pawn after white captures with the rook on f8. This is the concept. But Magnus Carlsen went for knight d7 immediately. Now castle. Now he brings the bishop back. The same concept will arise. Knight b3, bishop c7. Remember, when you are going to play the move bishop b4 check, you are going to bring the bishop immediately to a5, then to c7, and then you are going to play this move, prepare this move f6. You are going to prepare this move f6. When you have bring your knight over here to e7 to g6, and you have castled, and you have developed your queen to over here on e8, which will be protecting your knight, and vice versa. So knight e1, preparing this f4. F4 immediately. Magnus Carlsen did not go for this sequence knight e7 to g6 and then played the move f6. He immediately played the move f6 because the reason is that this rook can't immediately come, and this file can't be immediately threatened. This pawn can't be immediately threatened. So bishop h5 check. Due to this move immediately played, now white was able to give the bishop check immediately. By Magnus Carlsen, and now bishop e2. And here Magnus Carlsen made a mistake, first mistake of the game, and that was g5. It was an inaccuracy. Instead of it, it was better to play the move h5. Because now if white goes for f4, now queen e7, and black can castle this side. And this and just open this king side. This was the concept of h5 move. A4 by white, because black is going to castle this side, attack this side on the king side, and white is going to attack on the queen side. Knight h6, a5, castle. And you may even castle into these squares also. Or you may just play the move a6. Now, if you have d3, now you may long castle. The problem is that if bishop takes this bishop, now knight into f5, and black is just going to play these moves, bringing his rook over here. So this was the concept. Move h5. After playing the move h5, you are going to develop the knight over here. You are going to develop your queen over here, and you are going to might be castle over here, or you may go over castle over here. So g5 was played by Magnus Carlsen, and Sun played the move bishop d3, immediately challenging this bishop over here. Bishop g6 was played, and e into f6. It was better for white to still develop continuous pressure by playing the move like queen g4. Because you can't, if you play the move like f5, Then queen into g5 and you lose the pawn. You can't immediately play this move f5. So the queen has to move. Queen e7. And now the move is white can go for f4. And this side of king side is completely opened. But Sanan instead immediately go for e into f6. The reason behind is that this pawn is going to fall in the long run. Queen f6. Now queen g4. This pawn, double attack. So h6 was played by black, Magnus Carlsen. And here the move f4. Immediately opening this because the black king is still in the center. So white is going to use all these resources as his king is safe to open up the center, to open up the king side. So bishop into d3, knight into d3. Long castle and bishop d2. Developing the bishop and saying that I am going to move like this over here and going to control this diagonal. This is one concept of bishop d2. Queen g6 was played by Magnus Carlsen, and here h into g5. The second best move in this position is knight e5, immediately challenging this queen over here. So bishop has to take d into e5. Sorry, d into e5. You are going to take with the d. The reason behind is that you have to open up east side completely. And these pawns when will move and these rooks when will come, the king side, sorry, the queen side will be completely shattered. So f into g5 was played. Now knight gf6, and actually this was the blunder. Magnus Carlsen played the move at gf6. The reason behind was that this queen is just struck to this pawn. But now the move is rook into f6. The best reply. The reason is that if you take it, knight to rook, then queen into e6 check. And this knight is going to fall. You are completely one piece down. Here, Magnus Carlsen tries desperately, and that was bishop into h2 check. Now, king h1. The reason behind is that if you take the bishop, now h into g5 check, and this rook opens. Although white is still winning, he is still better. But he avoided that. Sanan avoided this thing, and he played the move king h1. And now knight into f6 was played. It was again the blunder. The better move was queen g7. The rook has to go back. And now h into d5. Rook h3, rook into rook, g into h3, and now you can bring your bishop back, bishop d6. But still white is winning because white is completely a piece up, and his rook is just coming into the game, and his knights are very better. And his bishop is continuously threatening this pawn. So that is honestly a blunder. And now queen into e6 check, king b8, now g into f6, and Magnus Carlsen has lost a piece for no compensation. Bishop c7 was played by Magnus Carlsen, and now knight e5. Developing the knight, bringing the knight in the center, and attacking the queen, black's queen. Queen into c2, f7. If black can take this queen, then the problem is that, for example, if you take this pawn, now it is knight g6. And you are going to grab one of the rocks, even two of the rocks. The reason behind is that if you play the move like a5 over here, now bishop e5. And when you take this bishop, now knight into ah8. Afterwards, when rook takes this knight, you are going to give the check, you are going to develop your pawn, and you are completely winning, and this bishop is also going to fall. So that's why rook h f8 was played, bishop b4. Threatening this rook over here and going to say that I'm going to promote this now. And the next move is knight over here, g6, and you are going to pick up these both rooks. And Sultan actually resigned the game. I hope you enjoyed this video. So kindly subscribe and hit the bell icon button. And also like the video. Thank you.